Hey, Jonathan Hardy here. Hope you're doing well today. I was thinking the other day about just leading in general and ministry and all the responsibilities that we all face from time to time. And, one of those responsibilities that we face as leaders, especially in ministry, is that of making decisions. And, sometimes it's hard to make a decision because honestly, you don't know what to do, especially if it's the first time you've ever done something in this particular area of whatever it is you have to decide upon. And it can be difficult to know. And hopefully you're seeking counsel. Hopefully you're asking advice. I mean, most people tend to do that, and they're talking to other people, talking to other churches, maybe other people that are in the same area of ministry that they're a part of, and other peers. And those are all good things. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, you still have to make that decision. And you're thinking through all the different scenarios of, well, what would happen and what are the implications of making a particular decision. Maybe there's potential negative consequences that could happen if it's the wrong decision, or or there could be a great upside if it's the right decision. And so obviously you're thinking through all these things, and you're wrestling with this. And this can be a weighty decision, and it can be, you feel that weight, you feel that pressure on your shoulders, and you're saying, man, I just want to do it right. You don't want to mess it up. And I think that's one of the difficulties of making decisions, is you want to do it right. And so there's this fear of, well, what if I make the wrong decision? And that can be crippling for people. And that's one of those things for all of us as leaders. At times we have to come to grips with that reality that, ultimately when it comes down to it, I've got to make the decision, and it might not be right. It might be not be the best decision, but it's the old analogy of, it's a lot harder to steer a parked car than it is one in motion. And the same thing is true as we're leading. Sometimes we just have to keep taking those steps forward. And that's part of the faith journey, obviously, is we've got to keep moving forward, knowing that ultimately God's the one leading. And if we're seeking Him, then we're going to be on the right track in our decision making. And there may be times where we could have done something a little bit different, or made a decision that was a little bit better. But ultimately, we will never know if we don't make the decision. And so we can't let that insecurity cripple us. We don't want that insecurity or that fear of the unknown, or the fear of what if, and or prevent us from making a decision. We've got to move forward. So I encourage you today. I don't know if you're facing any big decisions. If you are, obviously you're praying, obviously you're seeking counsel. But know this too, that God's put you in the place where you're at, and He has equipped you to make the decisions that you need to make. And that when you're walking by faith, you're walking with Him. He's going to take care of all the little things, and we don't have to worry. We don't have to be afraid. And it's one of those great benefits of the faith journey, is to be able to see God work through our decision making to see His kingdom advanced and His will be done. So I hope this is encouragement for you today. We'd love to hear your feedback. Be sure to give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. We just want to hear a reaction from you. And as well, if you're watching this anywhere besides thehardygroup.org, be sure to go over there. That's where all the free resources are. And we'd love to get acquainted with you. So thanks again for hanging out with us today. Be blessed.